Hello. I'm Kayla. This is my attempt to catch up, but day 77 of 100 Days to 30, the day I stopped performing and started becoming. Baby, my question for you is, have you ever realized you were chasing visibility more than value? Baby, that was me in my 20s, living for likes, approval, and the constant, am I doing enough loop. So from about ages 20 to 25, I'm not gonna lie, I was in what I like to call my make it make sense era. I was in a new city with new friends, with new freedoms, and I really was trying to find myself. I was severely depressed because I was in this constant loop of trying to prove myself. And as someone who didn't necessarily do a ton in undergrad, once I got to grad school, I went to every party, every homecoming, every kickback. Like, I was doing the absolute most, but trying not to be too much, if you know what I'm saying. And in a lot of Black spaces, I realized that I actually started to shrink in an effort to keep from being labeled. Like, around Black women, I muted my joy because I didn't want people to accuse me of performing or being too happy. And around Black men, I had to quiet my convictions in an effort to not be too difficult. And I thought I was adapting, but I started to realize that slowly I was disappearing piece by piece. And I even started to grow into my own in private. I was wearing makeup, my body was thinning out, I had this new level of confidence, and I realized that this was making me visible. I wasn't being seen, but I was most definitely being watched. And deep down, I realized that I'd rather be known by God than to be noticed by people. God had to start showing me that his kind of being seen is not about performing. It's about being known. And he reminded me that he knit me together, honey, in my mother's womb, with every quirk, every piece of quietness, every amount of curves in my body and all. That his approval isn't earned by blending in, it's received by being his, and being seen by him is when I finally learned how to exhale, because his gaze isn't critical, it's covering. And ironically, about this time I started dating my husband, and it really helped me to heal a lot of those wounds as it pertained to people. But the emotional and spiritual wellness shift that happened in my life during this time, when you realize that your worth stops depending on who claps for you and starts resting in who God is and who he's created you to be, that was the moment that I realized I don't have to perform. I can just exist and be. So let me ask you, are you chasing being seen by people, or are you being known by your creator?